What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aaron here. It is Tuesday the 15th of April, and yes, we are back talking all things DeFi and AI agents, guys, on this channel. We are finally back from Paris Blockchain Week, an epic journey, guys, 7.5 hours each way into Paris, guys, and trust me, we had a fantastic time, but I missed you guys. I missed talking about DeFi and AI agents every single day, and to be honest, I'm so happy to be back in my hub here so we can get back to the content, guys, because we're really on a great roll and we're building something amazing here. So before I get started, guys, just one quick note. I would like to thank the whole community for voting for me. As you can see here, we won the AI KOL of the year at Paris Blockchain Week. So I'd like to say a big thank you to the community and for everyone that voted for me. It's very, very generous and kind of you, and it's really amazing to win awards like this on the stage at Paris Blockchain Week, guys. So thank you so much for voting for me. Let's keep building this channel. Let's keep building the whole industry of DeFAI, DeFi, and AI agents, guys, together. And let's win together. So yeah, Paris was amazing, guys. Had a great time. Honestly, the weather was amazing. Like, the weather was every single day. It was just sun, sun, sun. I couldn't believe it. I took all my jumpers and everything there, but wasn't necessary. But let's dive into it, guys. Let's build our community to 100K and let's go. Okay, so let's get into the content. We are back here, guys. Let's dive into DeFi and let's see what is going on today in the markets. And what do we know? The markets are still shaky. They're still shaky, guys. Like, I mean, AIXPT, a $68 million market cap, is very, very low. It's very, very bad. Like, so we have not recovered here in DeFi. AIXPT just a week or two ago was holding 100 million. Now it's way, way, way below that. Going further down the screen, guys, we can see RSS3 is down 11.6% today. DRIVE up 20.5% today. Very good rise for them. But I mean, it's pretty much a schizophrenic chart, guys. There's lots of green, there's lots of red. But what is the reasons for them? And that's what we're going to dive into today to see exactly why these tokens are going up and down. Because honestly, it looks pretty much of a mixed bag today. We can see Listen here is up 10%. Talbot down 15.2%. A lot of people were talking, by the way, at Paris Blockchain Week about BitTensor, about the different subnets and obviously the rewards that you're making there. Definitely a niche market, let's say, but there does seem to be outsized rewards going on in the BitTensor ecosystem related to these subnets, guys, and that's something we obviously would love to look into. And you know, something that we missed, guys, we obviously missed quite a few videos. This drop in Hive was pretty astounding, as you can see here. Guys, what happens when I'm away? I'm away for 5 minutes, and this is what happens with the chart. Almost looks like a mantra drop. Right, you guys know what I'm talking about, obviously, what happened to Mantra, but that is a pretty steep decline there, guys. Like 14 million right down to 5 million. Not looking good there for Hive, although the product is looking good itself. And this is what I think, this is what I mean, guys. The fundamentals with a lot of these projects are really strong, but the market's not there to support it. Let's move on to AI agents, see if we've got anything better going on here. Virtuals up 5.9% today. We'll be speaking about them later. Unsurprisingly, of course, they had their Binance listing last week that we'll talk about shortly, which obviously is massive. The listing fee was free for Virtuals, which again is amazing considering how much that usually costs. And they are making fantastic movements with their agent commerce protocol that they're updating us on all the time, including their new creator fee structure, which is now directly impacting creators and projects in a positive way. So that's great to see. Very big fan of the Virtuals project. And also AI16Z here hasn't really shown much movement today, but in 7 days it's gone up 21.5%. Obviously another massive project, open source framework. Also got a lot coming to market with Eliza V2 and Autos.Fun, which is the launchpad which has been made by the Eliza OS team. Going further down the page, guys, we have a 33% drop in Wayfinder in Prompt, which is not surprising since they've just launched. It's going to be unsteady, as it always is when they just launch. Let's not forget, Prompt got a Coinbase listing on day one, which is pretty phenomenal, guys. It's pretty phenomenal. Obviously they did very good, and I'm sure Virtuals is thinking, what the hell? How did they get Coinbase listing? We still didn't get one when we were literally at the forefront of the base ecosystem. Nobody knows, but they're listed on Binance now, so to be honest, I don't think Virtuals will care anymore, and fair play to them. All right, guys, going further down the screen in AI agents, you have Venice here down 7.5% on the daily at $58 million market cap. Pretty low price considering what they're building in privacy, which I'm really, really a supporter of. Going further down here, Cookie DAO is also down double digits today. We've got Aava here up 6.8% and Aava up 107% this week. Good to see them climbing back because they seem to always get decimated when the markets take a turn. So it's good to see the opposite here. Clearly they have some announcements coming up and there's some people buying up that before those announcements get released. And going further down the screen, guys, we also see OpenServe up here 50% this week, and also Game by Virtuals up 60% this week, which is great to see. As you can see here, there's been some major buys here, some major volume. Again, it's trying to find some stability here, but in general, you know, Game by Virtuals is going to get a lot of mindshare because obviously with the ACP being launched, Game is behind the open source framework for the two current business models that are being launched on Agent Commerce Protocol on Virtuals, which is the Autonomous Media House and the Autonomous AI Hedge Fund. However, it's not exclusive. If you remember, guys, it's not exclusive. I thought it was going to be exclusive, the Game open source framework, but it's not going to be. It's going to be available for any frameworks to plug into ACP, which does make it a little bit less valuable in my eyes, but still undervalued at $80 million market cap. But good to see that the community is picking up on that with a 59.9% increase in the last 7 days here. And also Orbit following on here with an 87.7% rise this week. week. Nice to see. Again, Orbit and Hive were the most exciting AI abstraction layers outside of Hayanon, but they obviously have not fared very well. Neither has anyone, to be honest, in this market. But an 87.7% increase this week is what we like to see on this channel, guys, isn't it? Because I'm sure there's a lot of you that have Orbit bags, and I would also be one of those people as well, guys.
Happy to see you.
Going further down the page here, we are starting to get into the microcaps, guys. Acolyte is up 109% this week, not surprising since they're playing a key role in the Agent Commerce Protocol building as well, which a lot of people are excited about. Gigabrain by Virtuals also up 164.8% this week. These are incredible numbers, guys. 164.8% this week. Obviously, we're playing with tokens that are very, very small market cap here. We're talking microcap, 7 million. So be careful, guys. Be careful what you invest in. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. We're just DeFi degens on this channel, guys, and we're just looking for the next alpha. But a lot of the stuff that we talk about on this channel is doing very, very well. Very, very well. We can see, look at this fight between D-King and Billy Bets, the two main betting AI agent projects, guys. D-King with football and Billy Bets with basketball. When I say football for my American viewers, I'm talking about soccer, but you guys should really call it football because it is the real football, okay? But we'll have that discussion for another day. Billy Bets up 90% this week. Fantastic. D-King up 20% this week. Great to see. Again, D-King had a lot of mind share before I went away to Paris Blockchain Week after getting 5 bets in a football, soccer, whatever it is, accumulator in one day, which was pretty impressive if you're going to ask me. And yeah, definitely a big narrative, guys, the gambling. So look, that's a quick wrap up on what we missed for the chart action, guys. Let's get into the news. Okay, guys, well, one of the major pieces of news while I was away, as I'm sure most of you know already, Virtuals Protocol was chosen to be listed on Binance completely free of charge, guys, announcing the results of the second batch of the vote to list competition. As you can see here, Ondo, Big Time, and Virtuals all won the contest, guys. Or did they?
What do you mean?
Well, funny you should say that, because actually when you scroll down further, I mean, this is confirmed, by the way, that this is happening, but if you actually look at the voting, as you can see here, some community members are saying, what's the point of voting? You guys list whatever you want. And I think further down here, there's actually a slide where they've actually shown how many votes Virtuals actually got. So it appears that Binance just lists what they want. And do you know what? It's Binance, so they can just do what they want. Here it is. So UX Link got the most votes. And then Aether, Big Time Story, obviously another great project that we speak about regularly on this channel here, 11.5% Plume. So Virtuals is actually down here at 2.7%. So look, guys, make of that what you will. But either way, the fact of the matter is Virtuals listing on Binance. That's big news. That's big news for our niche industry as we are right now, currently in the DeFi and AI agent space. And obviously it's a net positive for us to get more eyeballs on AI agents and on a DeFi projects, guys, building in our niche. So look, congratulations to Virtuals either way. And to be honest with you, considering how they were treated by Coinbase, where they 100% should have been listed before, then, who can blame them, for getting this listing, because they deserve the tier 1 exchange listing. So congratulations to Jansen and the team for getting listed on Binance, guys. And congratulations to Virtuals. I'm really, really excited about what they're building now, for now and for the future. Now, sticking to the big week for Eliza OS, as you can see here, Shaw, the creator of Eliza OS, who also was at Paris Blockchain Week, by the way, had some excellent panels, has announced that their launchpad, Auto.Fun, the much awaited, is coming this week, guys. It's coming this week. So let's get excited, because there's some quality projects already announced that's going to be launching on there. I think 3 projects they've already announced going to be launching, and it's coming this week, guys. As you can see, Shaw is saying open source a launchpad where creators claim the fees, community can coordinate and create content or CTO tokens from other platforms. Who's building this? Us. Love that from Shaw. So as we can see here, actually the third project, I've already told you guys about Compute 3. There's also now this CZAI, which is coming as well, guys. As you can see here, they've announced the third project, which is Dog Life AI. Who's ready to help dogs live forever? Well, who doesn't want dogs to live forever? Immortal dogs are fun. Indeed they are. And so there's 3 projects here already been announced to launch, guys. And now, if you just want to remind yourself about Auto.Fun, now there has been other open source frameworks that rush to do launch pads. As you can see, unfortunately, ArcForge had a bit of an unfortunate launch for their first projects from there. However, it's still highly rated and should come back, guys. But now, of course, we've also got, speaking about Virtuals, and Vader's launchpad in the next segment of this section. So it's pretty much a launchpad video today, guys. Now, just to remind you guys of exactly what makes Auto.Fun different here, is this tweet on April the 2nd that we covered a couple of weeks ago. But when you launch on Auto.Fun, every trade boosts your runway. So creators can claim a portion of the trading fees, capital on hand for you and your holders, knowing that you don't need to sell your supply to keep the lights on. And they also funnel a portion of their fees into AI16Z buybacks for that sweet value accrual. It's a win-win. Press the fun button. So we can see the value accrual flywheel that Eliza AI16Z are trying to achieve here. And as I said a couple of weeks ago in the video, the only question is, well, what is that percentage? I don't think that's been answered yet. How much percentage of that is going towards the creators? How much percent of that is going back to AI16Z? I'm sure it's significant. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking about it like this. But again, given Eliza OS huge appeal and huge network, I'm sure these projects have been vetted and are legit and do have potential to do multiple X's, guys, which really is what we're looking for in this market, because it's very, very tricky to find, which is why we're in the weeds every single day on this DeFi and AI agent channel, guys. And so long as you're watching with me every single day, you will find them. Okay, so we have Dog Life AI here that's also been announced, and there's been Compute 3 and CZAI. Now, I don't believe that has anything to do with CZ, but that's just how I pronounce it. Being a crypto guy, that's just how you see things, right? We're all crypto guys here, right? And you're a crypto guy when you see like a normal piece of text and you just think of the crypto brand. Like whenever you see a diamond, it's like, oh yeah, Ethereum. Like when I was in France, there was a park or something with Leger, and all I was seeing was like Ledger. And it's just like, guys, we need to get a life. We need to get a life, but we're all in it together. Don't worry about that.
And they say I'm mad.
So Auto.Fun is coming this week. It's big news, obviously, for Eliza, and the success of this, obviously, can propel AI16Z token to new heights and obviously bootstrap their whole ecosystem with the flywheel effect they've mentioned. And this is obviously going to be seriously competitive with the new Virgin Points system that's been coming from Virtuals, and clearly there is a clash of the titans here between Eliza OS and Virtuals to take the ultimate mindshare as the largest, basically AI agent project out there in the market, guys. So look, very excited to see what Auto.Fun will bring. Very excited to see V2 of Eliza OS. They're working on so many things right now. I don't know how Shaw has any time to go to events, to be honest with you. But let's see how it goes, guys. We'll be covering it right here on the channel. Now, look, guys, let's stick with the Launchpad meta, okay? So as you can see here, Vader AI has given an update on their partnership with Virtuals, okay? So what is going on here? So we've been talking about a lot on this channel about the Vader Launchpad and the outsized returns it's been giving to us over this awful market. We've still been making 7 to 11x returns on the likes of Billy Bets and the Swarm, and they have a new project going live next week. That's right, it's called Wake Hacker, okay? But in the meantime, that's actually going to be the last project launching on the Vader Launchpad, okay? This is what they call EAOs. So why has Vader decided to stop? It was all going so well. Well, I'll tell you why. Vader has decided to partner with the Virtual's new Launchpad system, okay? And basically, we've spoken about this before on the channel that, Virtuals are now offering these Virgin points to people that are interacting with the Virgin's ecosystem and that are holding Virtuals themselves and basically trading with different virtual AI agent tokens and providing them rewards for doing so, okay? And Vader obviously saw this as maybe a conflict of interest and decided to partner up because they believe that it was actually better for Vader stakers to actually receive 5% of all daily Virgin points. I mean, that's a significant amount, 5% of all daily Virgin points for Vader to give up their Launchpad and basically plug into what Virtuals are building with their Virgin points program. So what does this actually mean? Well, Vader is sunsetting its Launchpad. That's right, guys. Vader is sunsetting their Launchpad. Unfortunate considering the returns. However, the know-how and the knowledge that they've gained from the 2 previous launches and the one happening next week should obviously set up the Virtuals Launchpad for success. Okay, guys? So let's dive into it. Let's see what this is all about and why they actually decided to do this, guys. So if we go further down here, this is a pretty long post, so I'll save you from reading it all. But as you can see here, they explain why they did it. So given that the Vader Launchpad infrastructure and mechanism was already built on top of Virtuals infrastructure, it made sense to partner up with them and provide technical support and know-how. And after multiple conversations, they realized it's more beneficial for Vader stakers to get 5% of daily Virgin points in perpetuity rather than providing them access to deals on Vader's EAO platform. Okay, guys, so look, we had a good run with Billy Bets, but don't forget they do have Wake Hacker happening next week. So they do have one final one coming to market, guys. And yeah, look, going further down here, they speak a little bit more about the actual implications of this. So how will the 5% of Virgin points actually be allocated among Vader stakers? Great question. Well, as you can see here, there's a tier mechanism which will be retired for the Virgin points allocation. So they previously had a tier mechanism. But now Vader points will remain active. And so your Vader points divided by your total Vader points will give you your share of the 5% Virgin points. Not to forget that they have a hodler score on the new Virtuals Launchpad platform. So if you sell your Virtuals allocations immediately, you'll be punished, okay? And this is actually something that Vader had as well. So if you just get the allocation and you dump it, good job. Go get your money and enjoy the rest of your day, but then you're going to get slashed for the following ones.
That's scary. Yeah.
So incentivize holders, guys, and that's going to stick around for this new iteration of the Virtuals Launchpad with Vader's, basically intellectual property and support. So obviously they're trying to build a loyal, supportive community that every new project will want to airdrop to. Think of Kaito, but for on-chain activity, replace smart followers with smart holders. And so yeah, what's next? They're saying that they've been building something quietly, brand new behind the scenes, and to stay tuned, guys. So that is a major update from Vader. Vader, I think, is a great project. Like I said, they've launched some fantastic projects, but they're more than just a Launchpad. They're always getting involved in, I think, the cutting edge advancements in our Web3 AI space, and they seem to be a good actor for our industry, within the industry. So yeah, it's a shame to see it sunsetting, but I do think this does add more credibility, value, and the potential for the Virtuals Launchpad to be a success. And as I said previously, there has been some successes, some disasters of frameworks launching their own launchpads, as we saw. But yeah, that's the latest update with Vader, guys. We're looking forward to seeing those first Virtuals AI agent launchpad projects coming to market soon. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you thank you so much for joining me once again for my comeback video from Paris Blockchain Week. I'm delighted to be back here making videos every single weekday for you guys once again, focusing on all things DeFi and AI agents. Guys, do not forget we are hosting DeFiCon in Dubai in just around 2 weeks time. It is absolutely epic. We've already got 1,500 signups, guys. Thank you so much for all of the community support. I'm really cannot wait to see you guys there. All of the DeFi and AI agent guys community is going to be there, and it is going to be rocking, and we're going to be rocking Dubai, guys. So if you haven't signed up yet, do not forget to sign up below. It's completely free to attend. April 29th, Warehouse 4, 1 p.m. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again back here tomorrow.